It's hot outside. I just lugged these up a hill, but deal of my life. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. So, just went to a charity shop, and actually, no, full story. I saw these last night. I was we were driving back, and I just caught this glimpse of the Lego system logo and like the vague colour of these boxes out the glimpse of my eye, and I was like, oh, there you have it. And I wasn't sure, but I thought I saw Enchanted Island, which is a set I've been after for so long, and I was like, oh, I've got to go. I've got to get it. Let me out the car. Like, I can go get the set. But no, they were closed. So I waited a night, and I said, if they're looking complete and they've got the raised base plates and they're not that expensive, I will buy it, because I've loved this set and I want this set and I want to keep this set. And it had the box. Look, it's got the flip top. And they also had another one. I didn't know what it was. I knew it was Aquanauts, but it was pretty big. And I was like, well, if it's good price, and it's complete, then we can sell it and make all of the monies, because these two are insane. But I'm keeping this one. Oh, so I went down there. I was there 10 minutes before opening, and I was right. It was Enchanted Island in its box. Oh, this is something so special. Oh, I love it. But of course, that wasn't the end of it. We also discovered that this one was here. I'll show you the lid as well. And I saw the corner, the price I paid, £45. I was like, well, immediately, that's better than aftermarket prices. And I believe it's the case of retail, but I couldn't see, below retail even, and I couldn't see a price for this one. But I was pretty confident that it was going to be more and probably out of my reach. But I went in there, I asked her, of course, they're not sealed, so I wanted to take a look inside, and I pull out the insert. Be so careful, because these sets, oh, they're so special. I hope you guys can tell my excitement. This is something, oh, having a good day. Come on, out we come. One-handed cam, too excited. We've got the manual, all in good condition. And I start having a flick through, looking for all the rare parts. And obviously this is the part I see first. You can see some of the elements, like the ladders and the drum stripe and all of the leaves completely undamaged. Whoever had this had it in amazing condition. Oh, I was so pleased, and I'm taking my time. Luckily there was no one else there. At one point a man did come in and I was like, oh no, he's reserved it. But look, we've even got the sail, and it's not like all shriveled, it's a bit bent, but it's looking wonderful. And yeah, we've got a little bit of sticker displacement, but then again, I don't really mind, because look, big raised base plate and in great condition. Absolutely amazing. Oh, my hand is shaking. And look, crocodile, and you've got the minifigures too, and then the other pirate sails. Oh, come on, come out the box. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry about the camera. Look, I already have a King Kahooka, but we've got the mask. We've got the other pirate sails looking a little dirty, but again, what does it matter when you've got two raised base plates? I did panic. I didn't think they were there, but no, they're here. Oh, I'm making such a mess. All the figures, everything. Oh my goodness. And then, of course, I came over to check the big one, because I was like, well, I can't not if it's priced well. And it was, because it was only £45. Oh, let me open this box. I was trying to open it backwards like an idiot, but we've got the manual for Aquazone, and once again, two plates. Look at the condition. Nothing wrong with those at all, just a little dusty. You don't see them like this. This is incredible. The old controls, and there's another manual in here. There's actually potentially 2 extra sets in here, maybe not complete. And once again, I went through and I checked all the big pieces, like it could be damaged or broken. The doors are fine. these big blue windshields. Got this amazing like compass print and all the chrome silver that Aquazone's known for. Big dome. You got like diver mans in there. There's squid. I nearly bought one of these the other day. I know I said I wouldn't do another haul, but oh. Yes! And the bushes. Oh. Right, we're gonna have to check these. I made a big mess. I'm gonna check these over and then I'll come back. Okay, and the first set is all taken apart. So there were clumps in the box, and I got it all out and I took it all apart. So we've got our immaculate raised base plates, a little bit of dust. I'm about to go get the soapy water, but look how bright that is. Oh, it's in such good condition. I couldn't have hoped for a better way to get my hands on Enchanted Island. We've got all the minifigures, 3 crocodiles, which does seem a bit odd. I thought it was only 1 in the set, so I might have got myself 2 extra crocodiles, a monkey. You've got the parrot, you've got the boat with the peeling stickers, the gold coins, the rope bridge. We already looked at the sails, and all of these lovely printed elements as well. And obviously you've got the big party piece over here, which I'm going to wash. I'm going to wash these, the figures, the 2 boats. I'm going to leave the sails for now, crocodiles, the base plates, and the prints. But I won't wash the fabric just yet, or the boat with the stickers, or the gold coins, because I'll lose them. But it's looking pretty much complete. I did have 1 broken piece, one that was already broken in the box. However, I think I've got some of these leaves, and there's so many of them in the model that I think for now, for 1, I don't really care. It's so wonderful. I just couldn't believe it. I was taking this set apart and I was like, I own this set forever now. Oh, I'm so excited to build it. I think I'm gonna take the other one apart and then wash this one. We're just gonna focus on Enchanted Island to start with. Okay, and the second one's apart now. So completely different colour palette here. Lots of black and yellow with a little bit of trans orange and grey. But of course, this is not the exciting stuff. This one, of course, it was a similar experience of this set that I've never seen before, and just all of this nostalgia for something I don't even wasn't even really around for. I mean, 94. Whew, that's a while back. But with this one, yeah, the pieces are insane. You've got all of these lovely prints. Some of these I recognise from Studio, like the 1x1 and this 2x2. I've seen these around before. These giant door frames, these huge transparent blue panels, these amazing door pieces, this net, these half domes. But then clearly the half domes didn't suit their needs, because they made a even larger full dome and then smaller full domes. You've got string, you've got magnets, which I'm seeing for the first time, which is exciting. These weird Technic System pieces, I've played with these in Studio before. This awesome like grabby claw. I know this is a couple of pieces put together, but I couldn't work out how to take it apart, so I'm not going to. And that's going to be great fun. All of these different tube connectors, they're such wonderful pieces. This angle change, this sideways one, slant, straight, cone. Ah, so many. And then this amazing brick. I've seen this in Studio before and never known where it came from. Studs on just all of the sides apart from the bottom. These great red bushes. This octagonal plate still in use today. This huge, like, half a circle. And all of this trans neon orange with the propellers and the antennas. And these amazing crates in that colour. I love them. And all of the chrome. They just don't make it like this anymore. Not at all. Harpoons, daggers, crystals. Different magnet. A compass, which I'm pretty sure might work. No, I don't think it does. Octopus as well. Really, really glad to have one of those, but obviously not for long, so I'm selling it. And then these crazy minifigure parts. But it is definitely cleaning time now. Oh, and just before we go into cleaning, I've also identified the other 3 sets we had. We obviously, I'm pretty sure the rest of the parts are in the big box, but we have 6125, the Sea Sprint 9. We have the Evil Ship, which I actually thought came with a big one when I was looking it over, just because, well, it seems natural to have conflicts in a box now. This is 61115, the Shark Scout. And we also have 6145, the Crystal Crawler. Again, minifigure, and the rest of the parts are most likely in the box. And this guy is pretty weird, if you ask me, at least. Right, cleaning. And we are all washed and assembled, both of them, and the extras, and we're going to take a quick look through them and just show you just these amazing, amazing, amazing sets from 94 and then 95 over there. So almost coming up for 30 years now, which is pretty insane. Calm down a little bit as well. It was a wonderful experience getting to experience and build these sets. And I'm now going to share that, and I hope my excitement did come across in the first segment. So, of course, this is Enchanted Island. This is the biggest of the Islanders sub-theme from the Pirates line in 1994. Something a little bit different, something a little bit crazy, and I think it comes across really, really well. We have this catamaran here with the big Islanders cloth piece. A little bit dirty, but honestly, I don't mind at all. You've got this wonderful print with the Kahuka mask on it, and then also these stickers, which of mine I've still got to rearrange. I've got to peel them off, and I'm going to use a little bit of glue just to get them on properly. We've got our little mast here, and actually the fun thing about the mast is it can spin all the way around, and as you can see, it's knocked our little Islanders crown off here. You've got some oars attached to the boat. And then you've got this little side dinghy, which I think makes the canoe a little bit more unique, and I really, really like that addition. It doesn't need it for balance or anything, but it's still cool nonetheless. You've got these really interesting old mast pieces, and they were very curious to work out, particularly with the older instructions, how it actually wanted me to attach it, but I think I got there in the end. And what would our Islander catamaran be without our invading ship as they come and land on the island? And this is our pirate ship. I don't know the name of this type of ship at all. I thought it was a schooner, but I don't think it is. You've got these two sails, which are all curved around, and they look really wonderful. They're really, really dynamic with the black and white stripes, and then my very discolored pirate flag at the top. Again, using the same mast system. You've got two oars. You've got the rowing holes where you can actually pretend like the minifigure's rowing. A nice map print. And then a spot if you wanted to control it like with a rudder. However, obviously not included in this set, and this is on this lovely old brown boat piece. We'll take a look at the figures properly in a second, but let's move into the actual island. Now in the middle here you can see one of our first animals for the set, and that is of course the old style crocodile. My first time getting this one, and he is wonderful. Look, you've got this lovely moulded head that can open all the way up to swallow unsuspecting passers-by, and his tail can swish to the side. And actually the set only came with one, but inside my copy here, this is the benefit of getting it from a charity shop, I had two extras, which I thought was really, really fun. So of all the things I could have had extras of in this set, crocodiles is something I'm very, very glad it was. So two extra crocodiles in here that aren't supposed to be here. At the front, joining the two base plates, I was initially quite concerned about how stable the model would be. And yeah, it's not particularly stable because it only has 3 connection points at this bush, that 2x2 plate at the back, and then the bridge. And well, it actually doesn't matter too much. I was able to lift it without too much concern. Yeah, it's fragile, but it's better than I thought considering it's held by so very little. Looking at this bush though, you've got this like warning symbol, I'm taking it as, so like warning you that who goes, this island belongs to the Islanders, and that's been just shoved in a bush, and I really like the way that sort of marks their territory. You've got the little moulded base plate cliff here, and plenty of use for play. That's what's so special about these moulded base plates is nowadays if you have this set you would just have a couple of plates supporting this little tree structure. Then you'd have a little 2x10 plate underneath the bridge, and then another one over here, and your statue would be a separate build. But instead in this set, you get these 2 base plates, which will create so much play. All of the elevation and the volume this adds to this set, considering that this retailed for 60 back in the day, I think that's really, really impressive, just how much stuff it feels like you're getting, even if the piece count is about the same as you would find today in a £60 set. But anyway, you've got this lush river, obviously your boats can sail through and your crocodiles can haunt underneath. And over on the right side, you've got more of the jungle. Firstly, in the back, we've got one of the old style palm trees. If I bring this over to make it easier to see. You've got all of the segments that can be articulated, so it means that you can bend the palm tree in whatever shape you like. These are simply wonderful, and I can never get enough of them. This is my first one again, but they always look really, really dynamic, and it means that when I put this in the corner, I could say bend it this way, and then further up I can bend it this way, and it creates a really nice organic shape that is unique to those old style palm trees. You've also got this little campfire, and they're cooking some broth. One idea for play features for this, which they don't really talk about on the box, but you can actually see in one of the product images, is to take this broth out of the saucepan and serve it to the king. How do you serve it to the king? Well, you come all the way over here and you put it in his goblet like so, and then he can go and drink it as well. So that's just a nice little bit of imagination play for one of your islanders to do, cook up a meal, or you could see it as the pirates. It could be their campsite when they arrive on the island, and obviously this could be moved around. This is where the instructions say to put it, but the front of the box actually has it over here as if they're still working out a way to cross the river, and so on. I'm going to leave it here for now. Next though, we have probably my favorite part of the build, apart from it just as a whole. We have their islander statue, which is just incredible, and obviously they reference this face in the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. Honestly, I don't necessarily understand pirates all the time, but I love the Pirates of the Caribbean line, but I love Islanders. It's just so different, so special, and just really, really cool. And yeah, so he's got this beautiful printed piece, which we took a look at earlier, which represents like some mossy rocks or some cliffs. We've got 3 of them in this set. And you've got this lovely face, which of course can spin all the way around like he's answering their wishes. Steps up to him at the base, and he's holding some fire. But he actually holds a secret around the back. As I destroy the set, let me turn this round. And you will see that there is a jail cell here. And of course, that could be either a house, as they advertise it on the side of the box, or we can bring our pirate over. We can just sit him down, open up our jail cell, and shove him inside to try and imprison him. There we go. And actually, you can see the back of his head just in there as well, which is always awkward to angle. While we're over here, you can see the side of the first of the buildings. This is the red building. You get another one of the printed pieces, and then these 2 ladders that go all the way up. You could fight the pirates on the ladder, but it's also your ground entrance to the islanders' camp. There is only one other entrance into the trees. So it's all hollow underneath so that you don't have to worry about intruders. You've got a spear rack using that technique where you shove a bar through the back of a shield. That was recently used with this shield exactly, and a fork on the Orchid set, but I didn't realize it dated back all the way through to 1994 and further back. You've got another islander here, move her out the way. You've got a little table, maybe for food preparation, or to keep all your spoils, or a weapon rack or something. And then of course the wooden bridge goes over here. But at the top, you've got these 3 lovely leaves and this horn decoration, sort of like a thatched roof. And actually continuing that theme, you've got like the crossbars, and yeah, those are there for support, but they do actually feel really, really in place. The next feature to, of course, to have a look at is, of course, the wobbly bridge. You may not know from just looking at it, but right here, one of our pirate invaders has made it up into the village, and a defender, just hidden in the trees up there, is going to do something about it. Pull out this little lever, and we can, whoa, 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 and chuck him down into the river to be eaten by a crocodile, and I'm sure he's absolutely thrilled about that. We've got a monkey up in the tree here using this really nice technique where you loop around this green vine piece over on top of each other, which can make a spot for him to hang. So we can either hold on to it like a bar, like so, or if we grab him off, oh, he does not want to let go, you can actually swing him by the tail underneath. However, his arms are getting in the way. There we go. And then he just swings about, is a monkey. You can play around with him. But taking a closer look at him, of course, he's the classic monkey mold. You can see the face. And actually, he uses normal minifigure arms, which is a fact I didn't know until very, very recently. Okay, but then coming over to the main building, if I take once again all of our islanders out the way, you can see that we're now on the raised base plate above the cliff. The islanders do actually have some hidden treasure behind these leaves here. We have a treasure chest, and inside that treasure chest, we have 8 gold coins, and those are obviously the traditional Lego gold coins, and you can just hide that away in there for the pirates to come and steal. You've also got this like jumbled up sort of like cliff work here. Obviously this is 1990s cliff work, and actually there is a hole in here that goes all the way up inside of their base, which is something, I guess. So the black here is supposed to represent a tree, because at this point brown was not available for every single color, so they've resorted to black for trees, just like the Forestman hideout. You've got another one of those cliff prints, these gorgeous leaves and vines and more spots for the monkey. You've got the red parrot up here, and you've got this little walkway and such. And then once again, inside the top here, you've got another little house with an open flame inside a tree. Something tells me these islanders weren't being too smart with that one. And then round here, you've got the other entrance. So this is the river entrance where you dock the catamaran. You come up to their little flagpole, and you've actually got one of their war drums here, which is a super, super cool print. I actually kind of like that my copy's discolored because it sort of looks nice. Then as we turn around the back, we've got a couple more things to take a look at. You've got this little table with the broth on it, but that could be really used for anything, even as a seat. You've got another palm tree, and then we spin it all round, and you see that the back is pretty much empty. There's that flame I was talking about. Here's that secret exit. I wonder if you could chuck a pirate in there. Let's grab one. Could you shove him down? No, looks like he has to stay inside the jail cell. We do have this though. This is a carrying platform for the king. So if we grab King Kahuka and we shove him on his little thing, his carrying chair, we should probably take his chair off. I'm breaking absolutely everything. One-handed cam is the best cam. Gives you the close-ups anyway. And if we put his little decoration on the back, you could actually carry this on a minifigure's shoulder. So you can see him on his chair there, and minifigure hands can just clip onto the sides here and then pick him up and then carry him around. Or the front of the box, once again, shows something else where you could put him on the back of a crocodile and have him ride around on a crocodile, which is something just fantastic. Just so early 2000s, early 90s Lego, I should really say. Okay, but taking a look at the minifigures, you get 7 in this set. You can see them scattered about all over the place. This is your classic islander. You get 3 of these in the set. Each one comes with a spear and one of the gorgeous shield prints, which you can see here. And what makes these guys special is just, well, they still got the classic smiley face. They're still very much Lego minifigures, but they also capture this aesthetic of this tribal like warrior really, really well. And obviously these guys were reimagined slightly back in series 11 of the minifigure series with the tribal warrior that had a big mask. These guys have red and white face print. They've got details around their legs, and they all share the same leg print as well. You've got the spear, the wonderful shield with the Kahuka mask, same as the boat sail, and you've got the cattle horn piece in their top knot. Whereas for their king, you get King Kahuka with his spear and shield. He's got the brone necklace on, same leg print, and then this wonderful mask, red mask with the white plume piece at the top. Looks absolutely fantastic. It is the same thing as from the shield, and underneath he has a slightly different face print. This is actually my second King Kahuka because I bought one off Bricklink a while back because I never thought in a million years I'd get this set. We also get one other islander. This is the female islander, and this is, well, today this would be a very problematic minifigure. How do we know who she is? Because of her lipsticks and her torso print. However, this was 94 when this was released. It was a different time. We shouldn't excuse them, but we should learn. Of course, this is not a good representation of a tribal female. She's got her quiver and a bow, so at least she's being an active member of society, so it's not all bad. But again, she's got the plume, sort of signifying that she's either like the princess or the queen or something, which I think is great. You also get 2 pirates. You get this one, who I assume is like the second in command, with his little vest, his flintlock pistol, and his sword. He's got light grey legs and a blue bandana with his moustache face print. And if we go all the way back to the jail cell and free our other pirate, he is a captain, potentially. He's got a skull and crossbones hat. He has an eye patch and a peg leg and a sword, and he's actually got a hook hand. I didn't know you could put swords in the hook hand and then actually be stable, but there you go, learning something different every day. The minifigure selection here as a whole is fantastic. Not only do you get some antagonists, some invaders, being the pirates, but the pirates are actually extremely well done. Yeah, don't have back torso, so it's a bit awkward, but getting a hook hand, a peg leg, and the Jolly Roger hat, and then a swabby with the bandana and the pistol is really, really cool. And then to get this diverse lineup of islanders with their king and potentially queen, but then 3 of the soldiers to make it feel like an actual tribe that's complete is wonderful. Then the animal selection, parrot, crocodile, and monkey is great, and 2 boats to use in adventures. It's such a well-rounded set, and I do feel like it has a lot of volume when it's put together. Otherwise, the build does feel a bit sparse, but actually it was rather enjoyable. Lots of features, lots of fun. I do love this one. And let's not forget that these base plates do just add a world of play, and that's so, so important. Anyway, let's move on. This video is already starting to get a lot longer than I intended. And we're going to move over here to the Neptune Discovery Lab, which is the Aquazone set that we had a buy as well. And this is the one I'm selling. Still haven't changed my mind, although it's a pretty cool one. But let's take a closer look. So I'm going to start with the minifigures here before they get launched all over the place. We've got this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. Now, these 3 are pretty much identical. The only thing that's different is their face print. And 2 of them actually have the same I'm a cool guy face print. These minifigures, though, are more interesting for separate reasons. Obviously, they've all got these chrome silver weapons. Each of them gets a knife each, but they've got these really, really cool over-the-top, like underwater, like masks. You've got the visor here that can flip up and down, just like the modern diver's mask, just not transparent. And then you've got this big back vent, and I particularly love this detailing here, like it's an air extractor. Underneath all of these, you just get the same torso, where it's like a Ziploc wetsuit. And you've got the Hydronauts, not Hydronauts, the Aquanauts logo, which is the submarine. You'll be seeing that throughout the set. And then, of course, you've got their commander, who's got like a special blue visor. And if you lift that up, you can see he's actually wearing a bandana to hold up his hair. He's got freckles, so I imagine he is definitely their commander. And of course, they're going to go on a crystal hunting mission in this set. Oh, ignore the haunted house. That's part of the theme park. It will be done soon, maybe. Other animals that we get in the set include an octopus in black, which is really, really cool. I love this. Would have preferred maybe like one more sea creature like the manta ray or something. But you get these nice bushes as well. You've got chrome crystals. There are 3 in the set. But we've got 4 different things to take a look at. We're going to save this for a bit because it's part of a play feature. And let's take a look over here on the far right, where you've got this sort of like control tower. It's separate from the main base, but it's also accessible via this ladder that goes up using these really cool octagonal pieces. They really give it this unique style that I think is really, really special for this sub-theme. You've got an orange propeller, which can spin on top. Maybe that warns incoming ships that you're here. You've got a little control panel that's monitoring the area, and one of those silver harpoons in the chrome silver, and enough of a spot where we can just take one of our divers and shove him in here, like so. Put down the big lid, and he looks absolutely wonderful in there, which is really, really cool. Moving over, you've obviously got this large like entranceway. You could imagine they sort of swim around here. If you had other vehicles from the other sets, like I actually do, you can always bring this one in, and then maybe it swims around here. Maybe this is where it docks or something, and so on. And then you've got this little, what I'm going to say is like a refueling station at the front, because you've got this little pump piece with the string attached, which you can remove. And when you remove it, obviously, you could plug it into all kind of ships. In fact, if I bring over the submarine, you can see this little orange brick here. And I'm pretty sure that that is supposed to be where you refuel. And actually, you can attach the hose in there to play like you're filling it up. Obviously, the other end's just fallen out because I'm doing this one-handed. However, there's another feature here. Let me put my submarine back. You can lift up the top. Once again, this spins. I'm not sure why you have to lift it up, but you've actually got one of these crates here with a crystal in that's magnetized. Now, I don't know why you're storing it here, but let's just take this out for now because we're going to be using that later. Again, with this area, you've got this wonderful printed piece and then these nice tubes, and they really do look like they're pumping oxygen maybe to the main base and stuff. They look really, really mechanical, and I really like that for this aesthetic of this deep sea. And one thing that also adds that aesthetic is this lovely dark blue base plate. I love all of the patterns on it. It's actually the same one twice, exactly the same, but they're just so wonderfully cool. I really, really do love the way they look. Okay, so that moves us on to the left-hand side here, where we have our submarine dock. Just some simple things that holds the submarine in place. We bring it in and it actually locks in place like so. If you were to disembark your submarine, you can actually enter the main base through this side hatch here, which has a nice little control panel, which I believe is from Blacktron, and like one of these like spinny locks for the doors, and this can lift all the way up and it lets you inside. Of course, you've also got the main doors, which open all the way, and you've got this grill which you could climb up, which I really like just the aesthetics of. You've got flippers for all of the minifigures and harpoons again on the walls on either side, and a nice little control panel in here. You've got a contraption off to the left, which again is surrounded by all of this mechanical detailing that I do really love, and you've got a trans orange brick here representing a scanner. On the back wall though, you've got these gorgeous, gorgeous, ginormous blue panels that go all the way around the back, and they really make it feel like you are in an underwater base, and also keep it enclosed, which I think is important for play. You've got this little tiny window at the top, and then also a secondary door, which works the exact same as the other and just opens out onto the back of the model, and you can go out to sea into like another canyon or something, depending on what other sets you have. Now, we close these big doors up, lots of specialized pieces in this set. You can see that on top, we have a crane. I'll show you how this works in a minute, because it's part of a big play feature. And then you've got the controls for that crane, some more flippers, and then this hopper looking area, as well as a place where you can pick up crystals. Now we're going to play through it as a scenario. I'll show you how it all works as well as we go. So you can be out mining in the submarine, and the submarine's going to fly around. This is going to be incredibly scuffed. I'm going to knock so much stuff over, and you can come along to these crystals and you can grab them with your claws. And once you've grabbed them, obviously we need a place to store them. So if we bring our submarine over here, on your adventures, you're going to open up your back containers like so, which is one of the big features of the submarine, and lift open the back, and then we can rotate the arm all the way over here and drop it in there, seal it all up like so, and our crystal is now ready for transport. Now the other things about this submarine is you've got a working compass on it now, and you've got a little propeller around the back. You've got these wonderful skids underneath using more of those octagonal pieces, and of course you have the two claws and the driving compartment where you can sit a minifigure. In fact, let's just put one guy in there now standing up. He can be doing the work on the inside, because obviously this is like a sealed environment for your workers to work in, and they're gonna pack up these crystals ready for transport, so that when we dock back at the base, we can study them, because that's what we're doing on a research mission. So I'm going to move this antenna out the way just so that we can see easily. So we've got our haul of crystals, and let me just add a couple more to this. You know, let's make it a little bit more impressive, like these guys have done some work. So there's one more crystal, and here's a third. I'm emptying them out of the crates from around the set. That one's already out. Okay, and then we bring our crane in. We've got to lift it up and over. So the thing about our crane is it's got this switch here, and as you rotate this, it drops down. Now it doesn't drop by much, but you'll see how later. So either way, we come and we float it in here, and we can open and close this. We're not quite low enough to reach, so we're gonna lower our crane switch. It makes it do a big thud, and then we're gonna open up our mouth nice and wide. And can I grab any of them at all? Oh, 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 the anticipation, the scuffed camera work. This is definitely why you guys subscribe. Come on. Oh, only the realistic experience here. No cuts. Okay, we got one. We got one. Right. That means we can then lift up our crane again. It's actually snapped in place. We'll just lift it out the submarine. And now you're going to see how far this thing drops when I lower this back down. And it actually just smacks all the way to the floor. But we don't need that. We need it up because we're going to take this crystal over here into the base for processing. And then we can open our claw, swing that back out the way. And you can see it falls onto this conveyor belt, which has a control knob around the back. And to start with, we're going to take this to the lab for processing. So we're going to scroll it left. Let me open the doors so you can see what's going on inside of our base. And as our crystal comes in, it falls down into the hole, into like storage or like a research thing. Maybe that's what the scanner's scanning. And when you want to retrieve it, you can just lift up this and go back there. Now, but pretend we had multiple crystals or we want to send them to the surface. We can put them on the conveyor belt again, and this time go this way. Oh, I'm not lined up. Come on, crystal. There we go. Put it in the box and seal it. And now this box is ready for transport. Now, of course, transport, what does that involve? Our submarine. I'm just showing you one of the many play options that this set is, and this is where this set really shines. Is everything about it is playable, everything about it is explorable. We've got our claw here, it has a magnet on it, and we're going to come over, and you'll hear the snap, and you pick it up, and then we can go flying off to the surface to deliver our crystals back. So that's sort of like a packing bay. And that pretty much finishes up our look at the now very much destroyed Neptune research facility. Again, wonderful set, just more of an experience for me. Like, I'm glad to have built it, but right now I don't really feel like I need to keep it. It was a joy to play around with, to see built and experience, but for now I think I'm willing to sew this on so that I can afford other bits of Lego that I definitely do want to keep, and I'm sure maybe one day I will end up with it back in my collection. But at the moment I don't have an underwater area. The build is really nice and playable, but it does have a very unique aesthetic style. But I think I'd rather do something custom or use some of the more modern sets for my underwater area. So I think I'm happy giving this one a pass and selling it. However, we have got a couple of other bits to take a look at. So before we end up the video, let's skim all the way back past the Islanders over to my tray selection, where we have the extra sets that were in with the Neptune base. And these three are all in various stages of completion. Over here, we have a little enemy craft. I believe this is the shark sub, and this of course is using this is like the evil version, so the people that I think are trying to steal the crystals. You've got a nice evil minifigure, and actually I'm keeping this set just, well, one, because it's cool, and two, because its resale value is so low, it's genuinely not worth me selling it. So he's got the evil I'm evil hair underneath the evil I'm evil red mask, and if we pop it all off, you can see his wonderful torso, which looks a bit like an X-Men, with this goofy looking shark and an X, which is a design that is replicated on the front of his spaceship, well, a spaceship diving sub. He's got the trans-orange fan, he's got these little buoyancy things, his flippers along the back, and he comes with the crystal harpoons as well. So that's a really, really fun small set that I'll be keeping. These are pieces from the Neptune Center that were actually extras, so they're not included in the set. And actually, this is really weird. This magnet crate, which you don't get 3 of them in the set, but I guess I've got now, and got him some crystal. But when I sell it, I'm not going to have anything to magnetize it, so that's something, I guess. We've got this Aquanaut, but this is Aquanaut 3, according to Brickset, and he only came in 1 set, and that set was in the Neptune Discovery Center, and I've double-checked my faces. So how the seller of this, so the person that gave it to charity shop, ended up with 2 figures exclusive to the Neptune Discovery base when you're only supposed to have 1, is beyond me. But we got a flipper and a trans-orange stud as well, which is a modern trans-orange stud. So again, I'm just so confused by that entire ordeal. We then have 6125, which is like the Scuba 9 or something, with another repeat figure, the leader guy this time, and also this small submarine that just opens up. He's got the buoyancy aids on the side, his flippers on the back, and also he's carrying a knife. He's carrying 2 knives actually, because they come on sprues of 2. You've got this little claw on the side. Again, it's a small entryway set, and more importantly, you are missing 1 piece here, which is the cone. I will probably be selling this one. I don't really care for it that much, I think. I'm happy to part with that one too. And then lastly, we have the Crystal Crawler, which is a bigger set. This one is almost complete. It's missing one harpoon and a couple of the joint segments are damaged, but as you can see, it's still working thing. Let's see, there should be an extra prong here. You can see them in the tray there. But it's working fine. So again, I'm happy to sell this as used with damage. But this thing is kind of cool. It rolls across the floor on its wheels, but it has this weird spring-loaded piece on both sides. And because of the octagonal nature of these, they sort of lock into position, so you can change the propeller shape in fractions of 8, which means you can roll it up and then it zooms up in the sky, or you could face them upwards at an angle and then face these ones up at an angle. Do all kind of crazy stuff, and they also sort of lock in their 8th position, which I think is fun. You've got the arms again. As I mentioned, this one's just a double clawer, and in the center you can open up to see a little control panel, sit someone in there, and you've also got the flippers on the back, and it comes with a bush, which is fun. So that's Crystal Crawler. So I'll be selling those two and then keeping the little bits as a memory of this experience and some of the cooler parts, isn't it, with the figures and the chrome crystals and the little trans orange boxes. So that's a lot of fun. But now it is time for me to clean up my mess, get this listed on eBay, and also enjoy this amazing, lovely set. I love Islanders. It's one of my favourite sub-themes. It's definitely my favourite pirate sub-theme. It's just so creative, colourful, and lovely, and this build is really, really special. I love all the figures and the animals and the play features. You're looking at it from the back. But I was so excited to have the opportunity to buy it, and so early on. I never saw it coming, and I hope you guys enjoyed the story time, my excitement, and then taking a look at 5 awesome vintage sets. And in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time with maybe a finished theme park. That's if I don't get distracted again. Bye-bye.